Okay, Mark the Stampede here. I'm going to be reviewing my one of a card collection I created recently. Which I have a 21st century Bond Girl card collection. So go over real. Not so there's not that many people things to collect, but let's start off first. This one is actually one I bought by accident because I thought it was a different person. I thought I bought a Caroline Munro when I thought I was buying a Camille Monroe, Katrina Monroe. So I got Naomi from The Spy Who Loved Me, which is the only one from the 20th century. And I do like The Spy Who Loved Me is one of the better, probably the best. What's his name? Second guy, third guy technically. Can't remember. Roger Moore. Something like this. It's probably the one of the, if not not the best, definitely one of the best Roger Moore ones. But I don't really remember much of the Naomi character. But anyway, all right. So basically, everything from Die Another Day to so sorry, yeah, from Die Another Day, and then Inspector. There's not. I don't think there's. So I just got one of each Bond girl. So Miranda Frost from Die Another Day. So I try to get most of them in this red upper deck, I thought was just looked the nicest. And there's like some other upper deck ones that, for individual card characters, it looked better, but just like overall, this is the best like color scheme I thought. Yeah, so pretty cool. And then I believe I don't know if Upper Deck still has the license. It went from what Rittenhouse to Upper Deck. Then I don't know who has it now. Then Jinx in Die Another Day. So Jinx, I don't care what people say, my favorite Bond girl. She's the only Bond girl who's basically just James Bond. So, and then I don't know, people make fun of it she, for being cheesy. She's talking like James Bond talks. Vesper Lynd, Eva Green, obviously another great Bond girl. So, um, in the most cases, so I'm considering Bond girls people that are romantically involved with James Bond. I know there are technically other ways you could do that, but that's how I would say. Then we have Camille from Quantum of Solace, played by Olga Kurylenko. Then did I say yeah? I mean, we all know that Halle Berry, well, obviously, was Jinx, and Miranda Frost, played by Rosamund Pike, one of my wife's favorite actresses. And then Naomi was played by Caroline Munro. Munro? Anyway. And then Agent Fields from Quantum of Solace, played by I don't know how to say that. Arterton. But I think she and the people that wrote Quantum of Solace basically said she's a very underutilized character. Uh, I agree. I don't think you can blame Gemma. They just didn't give her much to do. It was kind of a. The whole thing is like she wasn't supposed to. Sorry. She was trying to resist James Bond, then she decided to like make out with him. It didn't really make any sense. There was no motivation basically. Right, Miss Moneypenny. So Naomi Harris and Miss Moneypenny. Naomi Harris is just a great actress all around, but and a great Moneypenny. And I think this is her Skyfall card. Um, I think we can count her as there's that one scene, either in Casino Royale or or Skyfall, where it's implied there was a romantic relationship. There was not positive, but it's implied. Severin, played by uh, Bernice Malho, also from Skyfall. Kind of a smaller part, but She was another one of my wife's favorites. Okay, Dr. Madeline Swan, played by Lea Seydoux, and this one's from Spectre. She's technically in Die Another Day as well. One of my probably one of my favorite of the newer James Bond girls. So, just I'm a big fan of Lea Seydoux, and I thought it's a really interesting, a more nuanced character. Probably the most nuanced character since Tracy Riggs, in terms of, well, it depends on how you count Eva Green's Vesperland, but one of them only like the true romantic Bond girls that has like a romantic connection to James Bond. Then Lucio Sakara, Monica Bellucci. So another very small part, but pretty memorable. And then the last one, the one I couldn't. Okay, so this one is the only one that I have that is a autograph card, and it's Caterina Munro as Solange, who is really one of my least favorite Bond girls, especially from the Daniel Craig era. Just not a very likable character. And the only reason I have the autograph card of my favorite of like one of my least favorite Bond girls is because she just I guess this actress just doesn't do much in terms of the card, doesn't do it in terms of licensing out for the card. So there are very few any type of cards of Solange. So it's like you can spend a lot of money for just the base card, or you can spend pretty much just a little bit more for an autograph. So I just paid a little bit. I don't even know if I could even find an. I think this is the only thing that I could even find when I was looking. So, so that is my 20th Century James Bond Girl collection plus one from Spy Who Loved Me. There is nothing from. So Lashana Lynch and Ana de Armas aren't in. They don't have cards for them yet, though. I mean, technically, if we're going by my strict rules of romantic partner of James Bond, neither of them are romantic partners of James Bond. In the last, I mean, I guess spoilers, you haven't seen Die Another Day. So, but I don't. At least I haven't seen the cards come out yet for Die Another Day. Maybe next year. But I guess in terms of just like my favorite of these cards, this is gonna be this is gonna be weird, but not my favorite bot. But I really like this. Is just a really nice card. I really like the hair color. Just matches really well. It's a really nice nice composition they have of that, and then. One of my other favorites is definitely Jinx, Halle Berry's Jinx. Just like again the color scheme, just kind of like blending into the background of the card. It's really cool. So, yeah. And the other thing is just like these I mean definitely the most valuable of the cards I have is this one because it's just there's so few of them, and then it's actually signed. But, so that's it. Oh wait, there we go. So that's my Bond Girl collection of the 21st century. I don't know. I might go back and get every Bond Girl, but I'm happy with this now. I've watched every one. I've watched everyone from I've watched every James Bond movie from Die Another Day forward. Well, I guess technically, what was the one before Die Another Day? The World Is Not Enough? Oh my gosh, that was terrible. But I haven't seen every single one before then. I've seen a lot of them, but I have a few gaps. Obviously, I didn't watch the ones that aren't very well thought of. I didn't watch, but I think the best one I need to still watch is Tomorrow Never Dies. But anyway, that is my Bond Girl collection Card Girl collection rather. So, like I said, I think that's pretty much done. Maybe I'll go back if I ever finish watching all the James Bond movies and I'll get the rest of them. But that's it. it's a neat little collection I have, I think, and I think I'm done with it. Um, so I don't. Uh, the only other thing I thought of is getting the relic cards of like James Bond's suits and stuff, but ugh, those get to be so expensive. It'd be like, oh, it'd be so cool to have like a car that has like the suit or like like the part of the watch strap or something, or part of James Bond's suit, or part of his tux, which is like, or a little part of his tie square. But they're getting to be. I should have bought them when I had a chance because they're getting to be like they were. You could easily get them for like less than $60 a year or two ago, but now everything's over 100. So probably done with my James Bond car collection, at least for the time being. So until next time, take it easy, everybody.